Today, I have a video that's in continuation of counsel that I've received from Mark Mudge, where he told me, he asked me, do you truly love God and are you truly humbled before Him? If so, you must show that to His churches. So this is in reference to reconciliation attempts that I've tried to, what I've done on my end. In seeking to reconcile with Mark and Cornerstone Baptist Church. There's been a lot of reconciliation attempts in the background, and Mark is saying that I must show that to his churches, so I'm making known what I've been doing on my end in seeking to reconcile with Mark Bashir, Dale Gardner, Jerome Bradley, and now Mark Mudge in Cornerstone Baptist Church. So here's a letter that I sent to Mark. I'll have to post the date. I'll have to post the date. But you can read through it. You could pause the video and read through it. But basically, like, this is what, when I asked him what my sin was, this is how he responded. You have violated principles of biblical justice. So I was responding to what he expressed to me, like where my sin was in what I spoke on August 6th. So you can pause that, read it. Here's the second part. And if anyone wants the full PDF or like evidence, feel free to come and examine me if you think I'm not being truthful about any of this. I had to break up the PDF because of the size, so. And then here's, so the main point that I wanted to show in this, what I spoke on August 6th, basically the accusations that I spoke was that in our Constitution, there are ways in which the elders are lacking conformity to the Constitution, so they should either change their behavior or we should revise the Constitution. And I was expressing how, during members' meetings, the elders, and Mark specifically, would speak of personal counseling sessions. He spoke of a single woman that went to him seeking to get married, and she was, tearing up because she had this desire and it was being unfulfilled. And Mark viewed that as idolatry, as evidenced by her tears. And I felt like he shouldn't have divulged that to the members' meeting. If that was like a personal one-on-one counseling session with a single woman, I thought it was inappropriate for him to reveal that openly in a members meeting. So that's basically what I spoke out on August 6th. And I hold to that content, but what I'm expressing here is that, that might not have been the time and place. And if that's so, like, this person's conduct kind of manipulated me as a pawn in this effort. I still believe that Mark is disqualified. I still think that what I spoke about are reasons for why he's disqualified, evidence for why he's disqualified. But I'm trying to show how my involvement in that meeting was kind of manipulated behind the scenes. And knowing how that person is deceptive, there might be things that person said about Mark that I don't take his word, his testimony on anything, but I have my own evidence against Mark for why I think he's disqualified. So here, like, these were the accusations that Michael spoke on August 6th. So number 4, I guess he skipped number 3. So number 4 is like one accusation that includes the categories of rebuke and caricature. And within that category, there's reference to 5 people. But 1 and 2 are distinct accusations of rebuke and caricature with reference to one person, myself. I'm no different than the people in number 4. So it's like you can see people's motives. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So for that person to make a distinction with myself and those other 4 people and have me separate as 1 and 2, it's like you can see manipulation attempts. Distinctions are always, there's always a motive. If someone pulls someone out and makes a distinction from the group, there's always motive behind it. There's no reason to pull me out and make a distinction and have me as point 1 and 2 when I'm no different than like what's described in number 4. Yeah, and then like also number 4 in that example, it's like he goes down this trail and then like talks about his own behavior, speaking about his own glory. Pax. And like prior to like also behind the scenes, this person was texting me, like planting seeds, dividing me against my husband at the time. Basically saying like, let me show you how your husband's not a source of strength for you, and how he's not advocating for you, how he's not willing to protect you, and then I'll put you as number 1 on my list to fool you into believing that you're important to me and that I love and care for you and that I'll be a means of protection so that others don't treat you cruelly. So like here's what he would text me behind the scenes. I had questions. He should say, have Mitchell post them. I was like, he's busy with the media meeting and couldn't post them. And he's like, seriously? And I'm like, seriously what? I was just saying seriously to the fact that he could not post them for you. So that's another thing. They love using fact. Oh, the fact. The fact is the objective truth. It's like gaslighting you. They want to change your reality. It's really, deception is demonic and it's satanic. And it's like they're trying to craft their own reality than what God has created. So like the fact that he could not post them for you, I responded, well, it was more related to driving home. And I wanted to post them before the Q&A. Yeah, so it's like you can see this person's manipulation behind the scenes where it's like I was used as a pawn to participate in this meeting. Again, what I spoke in that meeting is a true testimony and I still hold to it. But if people have a problem about how I spoke or that wasn't the time or place, well, there was manipulation behind the scenes that kind of went into moving me to do that. So take that into consideration. Yeah, and that's the end of it that I concluded. I haven't heard back from these people. The only person I heard back from was Tyler when I expressed, please forgive me for the memes. He's the only one that said that he would forgive me. I haven't heard back from any of these men regarding these accusations, what I've been speaking of, how they've treated me, how they've treated others. If they want to use Mitchell as a tool of deflection, we've reached out to Mitchell. Just know that Mitchell and I have different perspectives on what took place. So if you want to speak to me, you're going to have to come to me. If you're curious about how Mitchell's doing, go talk to Mitchell. He'll say like my perception of what happened in counseling sessions with these pastors is different. That's a true statement. We do have different perspectives on what took place during all these different counseling sessions, and I have all my receipts. So if Mitchell and those men want to clear up a misunderstanding, well, we can open the books. But if anyone is curious on how I'm doing, you're going to have to come to me. If anyone wants to reconcile with me, you're going to have to come to me. If these men are saying, well, we reached out to Mitchell and this is what we heard, don't do that. I've told you, I've made it clear to these pastors the situation. So if that's a deflection tool, it just shows their true colors. So further repentance on my end, Dale asked me, like, did you participate in the posting memes on a separate Slack channel? And I confess to that. But in further acknowledgement and accountability on my end for my words and my actions, I'm going to include those memes in this video. Jesus answer, and that's following the example of like how Jesus conducted himself. I've spoken openly to the world. I've always taught in synagogues and in the temple where all the Jews came together, and I spoke nothing in secret. So the things that I've posted in secret, I'm willing to reveal them in demonstration of my repentance and confession. And this is what the memes were, if anyone's interested, that I posted back in 2023. Also, here's another verse, but there's nothing covered up that will not be revealed, and hidden that will not be known. Accordingly, whatever you have said in the dark will be heard in the light, and what you have whispered in the inner rooms will be proclaimed on the housetops. So everything's going to be revealed. So it's no issue on my end, revealing what I've said in private, what I've posted in private. And this goes out to Michael Dinger. I've been referring to you as Haman when opportunity has presented itself among our shared acquaintances. So that's what I've been speaking in private. So yeah, that is seeking to obey Mark Mudge's counsel. I must show that to his churches about my humility, how I've sought to humble myself, and my love for God. So I'm just laying out my repentance, what I've been doing, what I've been saying, in accord with Mark Mudge's counsel. And again, none of these men have reached out to me to respond to me, to answer any of my questions. My past videos, it was things that they spoke publicly. So I don't know, like according to their standard, they require like a public repentance. I don't know if they seek to like put out a video, confessing to ways that they've sinned in those past recordings. I don't know. They haven't reached out to me. I don't know what their plan is. So, yep. So I'm going to end this video, and then at the end, I'm going to post the memes that I was referring to that I posted in August of 2023. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Legitimate. Me and you. Next question.
It's a legitimate question.
Next question. Next question.
Well,
Next question.
Is it possible for you guys to like do what you got to do without talking so much?
Quite a few times.
50 times?
More.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
I'm fine. Totally fine. I don't know why it's coming out all loud and squeaky, because really, I'm fine.
David, it was my understanding that I was not going to be managed.
What gave you that idea?
It was my understanding.
Each time when I come here, I am abused.
Give me a second, I need to get my story straight.
I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing.
And yeah, I just don't enjoy it. It's not an enjoyable experience for me, and I don't like any of you.
I will remain close by to provide unseen moral support, but I will never help him. I will let harm befall him. I will even let him die.
Is it worth it? Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
I think it's an arrow at the bottom.